In a distant kingdom, nestled between towering mountains and vast forests, there was a small village named Evershade. The village was surrounded by beauty, but it was also plagued by a mysterious curse. Each year, as the harsh winter approached, the villagers faced an unrelenting darkness that drained their strength and hope. The curse was said to be tied to an ancient artifact known as the Flame of Resilience, a mystical fire that burned in the heart of the Forbidden Mountain. Legend had it that whoever rekindled the flame would break the curse and bring eternal light to the village. For generations, many had tried and failed to reach the flame. The journey to the Forbidden Mountain was treacherous, filled with dangerous creatures, treacherous terrain, and the coldest winds imaginable. No one had ever returned. But in the village of Evershade, there lived a young woman named Seraphina, known for her fierce determination and unyielding spirit. Since childhood, Seraphina often hearing stories of the flame and imagines herself in a heroic story. She had witnessed the suffering of her people every winter, and as the curse seemed to grow stronger each year, she decided it was time to act. Against the advice of her friends and family, Seraphina vowed to undertake the perilous journey to rekindle the flame of resilience. Her journey began in the dense, shadowy woods that surrounded Evershade. The forest was dark and full of strange, eerie sounds that would make even the bravest of hearts tremble. But Seraphina pressed on, guided by a small, flickering lantern and her unshakable resolve. The path was fraught with obstacles, gnarled roots that seemed to reach out and grab at her feet, and shadows that danced just out of sight. Yet, Seraphina moved forward, her heart focused on the flame. After days of relentless travel, Seraphina kept walking until she reached the base of the Forbidden Mountain. The mountain loomed high above her, its peak shrouded in icy clouds. The climb was steep and unforgiving, with sharp rocks and hidden crevices that could send her tumbling to her doom. The wind howled like a living thing, freezing her to the bone and making every step a battle. But Seraphina was undeterred. She knew that her village was counting on her, and she refused to let them down. As she ascended the mountain, Seraphina encountered the first true test of her resolve, the Valley of Echoes. The valley was a desolate, windswept place where the voices of past travelers echoed in the wind. These voices spoke of fear, failure, and despair, trying to break Seraphina's spirit.
Just give up, Seraphina. Come with us and end your suffering, end your pain, and join us in the Valley of Eternity. You don't need to bother, your villagers are fine. Enough girls, just join us. Just die.
No! I will never give up. You all just go away from my mind.
Seraphina shouted into the wind, declaring her determination to succeed where others had failed, and the echoes fell silent. Freed from the echoing valley, Seraphina continued her journey. The next challenge, Seraphina faced the Cave of Illusions. The cave was a labyrinth of twisting tunnels and shifting walls, designed to confuse and disorient anyone who entered. The walls of the cave seemed to move and change, creating images of her worst fears and deepest doubts. At times, it felt as if the earth was against her, trying to pull her into the darkness of the earth. But Seraphina remembered the warmth of her village and the people she loved, and she used that memory to guide her through the darkness get out from the cave. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Seraphina emerged from the cave and found herself at the summit of the Forbidden Mountain. There, in the center of a stone circle, was the Flame of Resilience. The flame was small and flickering, barely holding on to its light. But it was still burning, a symbol of hope and endurance. Seraphina approached the flame and, with all the strength and love she had within her, she breathed new life into it. The flame blazed brightly, filling the night with a warm, golden light. The moment the flame rekindled, the curse that had plagued Evershade was broken. The darkness that had hung over the village for generations lifted, replaced by a brilliant, eternal light. The villagers, seeing the light from the mountain, knew that Seraphina had succeeded. They rejoiced, their hearts filled with hope and gratitude. Seraphina returned to her village as a hero, but she knew that the true hero was the flame of resilience itself, a symbol of the strength that lies within all of us, even in the darkest of times. The legend of Seraphina and the flame of resilience became a tale passed down through generations, a reminder that no matter how great the struggle, perseverance and a steadfast heart can overcome any challenge. The story of Seraphina teaches us that even when the challenges ahead seem impossible, and the path is filled with fear and doubt, having courage, determination, and a kind heart can help us overcome any obstacle. It reminds us that true strength lies not in avoiding difficulties, but in facing them head-on, believing in ourselves, and never giving up on the light of hope, no matter how dark the world may seem. Through Seraphina's journey, we learn that with perseverance and faith, we can bring positive change to our lives and the lives of others.